multiplication of rational numbers. Now, because rational numbers could be integers, they could be fractions, they could be decimals. So when we talk about multiplication of rational numbers, we don't know if we will be multiplying integer with integer, or integer with a fraction, or integer with a decimal, and vice versa. So we will consider each scenario in the practice questions, and we'll try to include all possible integers, fractions, and decimal. Before we get started with question, we should always know that every number does have a sign. For example, -5. There is algebraic sign minus with it, which determines the direction of the number on the real line, and the magnitude 5 determines how far it is from 0 on the real line. If we see a number just 8 without any algebraic sign, it's obvious that it will have a positive sign. So any number which doesn't have any sign with it, we can safely assume that the sign with that number is plus sign. So let's get started with the first question, which is case of integer multiplication with another integer. So the question number 1 is 15 times 5. If we perform this multiplication manually, we will use vertical arrangement of writing numbers. 5 times 5, just write the bigger number on the top and smaller number at the bottom, and if you want to write signs with it, then you can add plus with both. Before you perform multiplication, you should determine what would be the sign of the resulting number. So plus, when multiplied with plus, will result in plus, and here I can write here opposite sign. The simple rule is when opposite signs multiply, answer is negative, like minus time minus is equal to plus, plus time plus is equal to plus, negative time plus is equal to minus, and plus time negative is equal to negative. So this number 15 times 5 will carry the sign plus because both our participating numbers are positive. So 5 times 5 is 25, and 2 we will carry on, and 5 times 1 and then plus 2 will be 7, so the resulting number will be plus 75. So this is question number 1, and question number 2 is minus 13 times 3. This is the same question, but in this case the participating numbers have opposite sign. This is minus 13 times plus 3. Same thing. And what would be the sign of the resulting number? Because participating numbers have opposite sign, so obviously the resulting number will carry negative sign. 13 times 3 is 39. So this is the answer for question number 2. And question number 3. In question number 3, now we have one is a decimal and the other one is an integer, and the bigger number will be on the top. So 12.5 times 7. Draw the line and don't forget the signs here, positive, and this is positive 7. So therefore the answer will carry the positive sign. Let's write it down. 7 5 times 35. So we're gonna write 5 here, and 3 we're gonna carry forward, and then 7 times 2 is 14 plus 3 which was carried over, that will give us 17. So we're gonna write 7 here, and then 1 is carried, and then 7 and time 1 is 7 plus 1 which was carried, that would be 87. Okay, now we are going to place the decimal in the participating numbers, in this number and in this number, the numbers which we are multiplying. Look, where is the decimal? How many places are to the right of the decimal? There is only one place, and there is no decimal in the second. So the result, the answer will have the decimal after one space, one digit. So the answer will be 87.5. So that's the answer for question number 3. And for question number 4, we are going to write question number 4 here. And question number 4 is minus 5 over 2 time minus 11. Now you can see that the numbers to be multiplied are minus 5 by 2 and minus 11. Both of the numbers have negative sign, so the answer will definitely have a positive sign. And like we have learned before, if there is no denominator, then there is a denominator of 1 for any given number. So now in the multiplication of rational numbers, which are in this case now fractions now, so negative times negative is positive, and the numerator with numerator and denominator with denominator. So let's draw the line and multiply the numerators in the upper portion. 5 times 11 and 2 times 1. So this will give us 55 over 2. It's fine if we don't write the positive sign, it's understood, but if you want to write positive, that's fine too. So question number 5 now. Question number 5 now is a mixed fraction being multiplied with a proper fraction. So this is 2 whole 3 over 7 times minus 8 over 9. So the numbers to be multiplied are 2 whole 3 over 7 times minus 8 over 7. Both are obviously fractions, but one is mixed fraction and the other one is a proper fraction. Whenever we need to perform multiplication, any mixed fraction must be converted to a simple fraction first, and let's convert this into mixed fraction. And the rule is that we multiply this one and add this one. So 7 times 2 would be equal to, so this would become equal to 2 times 7 and then plus 3, and denominator would be 7 times minus 8 over 9. So this is equal to 2 times 7 is 14 plus 3, that would be 17 over 7 times minus 8 over 9. Now the participating fractions are 17 over 7 times minus 8 over 7. What is the sign before 17 over 7? Obviously it should be positive because there is no sign which is written in this fraction, so this should be positive. So 7 18 times 8 should be equal to 136 if you multiply. So that would be 1, and this will be minus because positive times negative is negative, and this is 136 over 9. 7 time is 63. So this is, if you want to calculate 17 times 8, you can obviously do that. 8 7 times is 56. Write down 6 here. Let's carry 5 forward. 8 1 time is 8, and plus 5 would be 13. That's how it became 136. Anyways, this is the answer for question number 5. And now question number 6 is a case where we are multiplying a fraction with a decimal. Question number 6 now, and in this we have 3 over 5 times minus 0.12. And for this question, what is the denominator for minus 0.12? It's 1, because whenever there is no denominator for a given decimal or a given integer, there is 1 is always the denominator. And what is the sign before 3 by 5? It's plus, obviously, because if it was negative, then negative should be written there. So now the way we multiply fraction is we first multiply the signs. So plus times minus is minus, and then draw the line, multiply the numerator with the numerator, which is 3 times 0.12, and denominator with the denominator, 5 times 1. So what is the answer for 0.12? 0.12 times 3, and of course 3 times 2 is 6, and 3 times 1 is 3, and there is decimal after 2 digits, so the answer will have a decimal after 2 digits as well. So this should be 0.36. If you want to write it 0.36, that's fine. If you want to write just 0.36, that's fine too. So this would be minus 0.36 divided by 5. In order to simplify it, we already know how we can convert a given decimal into a fraction. So minus 5, and for 0.36 we're gonna write 1 just below the decimal, and then 2 digits, so we place 2 zeros here, and then 36. No more decimal now. So if the decimal is after 2 digits, divide it by 100. If it is after 1 digit, divide it by 10, and if decimal is after 3 digits, then divide by 1000. So that's a simple rule to convert a decimal into a fraction. And this is equal to minus 36 over 500. Now, if you know the equivalent fractions, you know you can divide it with 2 and divide. As long as you divide the numerator and the denominator with the same number, it doesn't make any difference. So if you divide this, this would be minus 18 over 250. Still both are even, and two even numbers will always have 2 as a common. So we further divide it with 2 and we further divide it with 2. This will give us minus 9, and this will give us 125. So probably they are in the lowest form, and this should be the answer for question number 6. For question number 7 now, we are going to, for question number 7, let's take a look, create a space here for question number 7. What is minus 2.14 time minus 3.19. So now you can see that both participating numbers are decimals and both have negative signs. What should be the sign of their answer? Their answer will always carry the positive sign if the two multiplying numbers have negative signs. And if we perform this multiplication manually, this would be 3.19 and then 2.14. And 4 9 time is 36, 3 carried, and 4 1 time is 4, and plus 3 would be 7, and 4 3 time would be 12. And leave one space here. As you know, in case of multiplication of integers, we always do. 1 9 time is 9, and 1 1 time is 1, and 1 3 time is 3. And then we further leave one more space, and 2 9 times is 18, and we carry 1. 2 1 time is 2, and then 1 would be 3, and 2 3 time would be 6. And let's now add them up. So we'll add them vertically. So 6 will come here, and 7 and 9 would be 16. 1 will be carried over, and 8 and 2 would be 10, 10 and 1 11, and the one which we had carried, that would be 12. So 1 we carry again, and 3 would be 6, 6 plus 1 would be 7, and 1 which we had carried, that is 8, and then 6. Now we decide where should we place the decimal, because in the participating numbers there are 2 decimal places here and 2 decimal places here. So altogether there are 4 digits before the decimals in both. If we count 1 2 and then 3 4, so we're gonna count 1 2 3 4, and here we place the decimal, and this answer would be 6.8266. This is question number 7. One more question before we finish our exercise now, and that is, what happens when repeating decimals or recurring decimals multiply? 2.3 times 3.14. In this case, first we have to convert 2.3 bar, convert into fraction, and I have illustrated the procedure for this conversion earlier. And also we convert 3.14, convert into fraction as well, and then multiply those fractions just like we did in question number. We have used this in question number 5. We have done it in, we have done it in question number 5.